I don't know where my music is. I need some music, y'all. I need some music. Good morning. Good morning. Gonna give a moment for some folks to show up and come through, and for me to get my camera up a little higher. I have one of those stand-up desks, y'all, and I adjusted it to sit down. Now it's too low. I don't like it. That's alright. We're gonna work with it anyway. Okay. I hope my volume is good. You know, it seems like I ain't even gonna tell y'all. I ain't even gonna tell y'all. We just gonna get started, okay? Hope everybody's doing well this morning. If you got a question for me today, go ahead and drop it in the chat box wherever you are watching this. And if you are watching the replay, feel free also to drop some questions in the chat box or to send me a DM, a private message. Go to mimithemotivator.com wherever we are connected. Just connect with me and we're going to get this party started. Let's get it started. Oh, oh, oh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Lovebugs. It is your favorite motivator's favorite motivator, Mimi the Motivator. And this is the Get High on Motivation Show. If you're a first timer, hey, I'm so glad that you are here. I'm glad that you have found me. I'm glad that I have found you and we are now connected. So now let's make sure that we connect every week. So go ahead and hit whatever button you need to hit so that you are notified when a new show comes out, because every week I am here to serve you with a new topic, with a new problem, with a new solution, with a new way of thinking things. And because our main goal here at Get High on Motivation, all of us who listen, because that includes me, we are working on being 1% better, just 1% better in one area of life every single day. It's not a lot, just baby steps. We're taking baby steps towards success. We're taking baby steps towards becoming the person that we desire to be. We're taking baby steps towards being who we are, doing what we want to do, having what we want to have, because why? Because we deserve it, right? All right, so today we are going to be talking about why you need to forget yourself. And we have a question about discipline. So let's go ahead and get the party started with our food for thought. So food for thought today is coming from this book. I've been holding on to this page, y'all. It's called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Coelho. Work with me, y'all. This book, I have never read online. I haven't read a book this fast in a very long time. I got some books over here that I've been working on for a while, but this one came into my awareness and into my possession, and I've been like, I couldn't stop. I couldn't read. I couldn't get enough. I couldn't wait to see what happened next. So if you have not read this book, please get the book. I'm probably going to put a link somewhere so you can go order it and get it to your door. But the food for thought comes from this book. And it says that everything that happens once can never happen again. But everything that happens twice will surely happen a third time. Everything that happens once can never happen again. But everything that happens twice will surely happen again. I thought that was very interesting, and the person who allowed me to borrow this book thought it to be interesting as well, because they got some little scribbles next to it, and I was ready to underline them. I was like, I already got the scribbles. But oh my gosh, that was a prolific statement. You know, there are some things that will happen to you only one time. There are some opportunities that will only happen to you one time, and we have to be ready for them. We have to be aware when these opportunities come into our presence, because they may not ever happen again, especially if it's the only time it's ever happened. Now, if we have something that we know that has happened more than once to us, more than likely it will happen again. And that's not a bad thing. Because if it has already happened twice to you, you should be very well prepared to handle whatever happens, because it's happened to you before. That's why sometimes life seems cyclical, and it seems like we're like, why is this happening to me again? Well, it's actually happening to you again, but at a different level, because hopefully you are at a different level. I talk about it all the time. It's like being on a staircase. And as you get towards the top, whatever you were looking at the bottom now doesn't look so big. It looks much smaller. You're above it. And you already know how to approach things as you go up because you've already encountered them on a lower level. So if something has already happened to you twice in your life, please believe there is a chance, and the chances are very great that it will happen again. So don't be mad. Be prepared instead. So if it only happened once, there are so many things. Can you think of something that has only happened to you one time and it has never happened again? And it was the one opportunity that you just regret not taking advantage of? It was that one person that you didn't say yes to? It was that one job that you didn't say yes to? It was that one person that you was mean to and you never got to see them again to say I'm sorry? Sometimes we only have one time. And what I believe is that we should operate more so in that space, believing that whatever is happening, this opportunity that's coming to us that was just presented to us, it's the only time it's going to happen. And that means we must take full advantage. We must seize the moment. Don't be afraid. The lesson that I am having to practice today from A Course in Miracles, I think I'm on lesson 42, and it is, there's nothing to fear. And I have to tell myself this all day, and I'm very grateful of it, because there's so many things that we fear. We fear mostly stuff that doesn't even exist. We fear future opinions that have not even been expressed. We fear possibilities that may not ever happen. What if we eliminated the fear or ignored the fear? Because sometimes it's hard to eliminate fear. It just rears its ugly head like every day, all the time. It's just something that happens. So instead of us trying to suppress our fears, just look the other way. You ever seen a dog do that? You know, you fussing at the dog and the dog just looks the other way. Like, you don't see me. I'm not here. That's what I would like for us to do. Just for today. To anything that, anytime we feel like something is a fear-based emotion, and let me tell you, in case you're not aware, because somebody's probably thinking, I ain't scared of nothing. Well, if you ever get angry, upset, sad, depressed, probably anxious, all of that is stemming from fear. Everything stems from two emotions, either love or fear. You can call it faith or fear. So we're either operating in faith or we're operating in fear. We're operating in love or we're operating in fear. Even if it's just like, I don't want to upset this person. I don't want to upset the apple cart. I don't want to be the person in the meeting today that delivers the bad news. That just was not on point. Don't allow fear to dictate what you do today. Just for today. Anything that you find yourself fearing, anything that stirs up a little fear, first of all, we're going to just close our eyes real quick. And if we can't close our eyes, we're going to say in our mind, there's nothing to fear. But what we're going to do today is we're going to jump out there and do that thing that scares us. I dare you, I double dog dare you to do one thing today that scares the shit out of you. If you're really feeling bold, do one thing that will scare you personally and do one thing that will scare you professionally. What is that thing that you've been avoiding doing? What is that phone call, that move, that I don't know what it is. You know what it is. I don't know what it is, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Because this opportunity that has been presented to you may not ever come again. The position that you're in right now, the role that you're serving in right now, that you probably haven't been doing the best in, you may never get this opportunity again. So take full advantage of the role that you're in right now, and that role may lead to something else, and it may lead you to exactly what you desire. I love how the food for thought just rolls into the conversation sometimes, because that was not my intentions. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on. We're gonna have to. But moral of the story: is that anything that happens to you once may not ever happen again. And if it has happened twice, more than likely expect for it to occur again. And don't have no attitude about it. That's my piece, and I'm done. So let's move on. Let's move on to about forgetting about yourself. Now, you have all these motivational videos out there that will tell you focus on yourself, forget about others. Today, I am going to suggest something slightly contradicting towards that. I am going to suggest that you focus on other people and not yourself. Just for the next 7 days. And if that's too much, just do it for the next 24 hours. Because if you that selfish and all you can do is think about you and your desires and what makes you feel good and how you feel about a situation, how you feel in an experience, this probably ain't even a show for you. But for the next 7 days, do not focus on you. Focus on the people in your home. Focus on the people in your office. Focus on serving others. Focus on helping others succeed versus focusing on your own success. Instead of looking at who can help you with what you're doing, look at what can you do to help people do what they're trying to do. If you hear someone say that they express some kind of desire, I don't care what it is. And if there is anything that you can do that can assist them in accomplishing that goal, do it. I don't care if it's throwing a little money at this idea, or if it's giving somebody a ride to where they want to go, or just giving them the encouragement that they need. Like, go ahead and do it. If you see somebody else fearful today, tell them, don't worry about the fear. Just do it anyway. What can you do to stop focusing on yourself? If you're in a relationship, for the next 7 days, don't worry about you. Just only focus on the person that you are in relationship with. Focus on serving them and in their love language, not your own. And if you don't know what their love language is, be so bold as to ask. And if they don't know, go look it up. Go look up love language, 5 love languages, and there's a little test out there, or get the book, take the quiz, and find out what your partner's love language is. And speak their love language on purpose for the next 7 days. And watch what happens. You're going to be surprised. I bet you're going to be surprised at what manifests for you in this space. Don't focus on you meeting your goals. And I'm not saying, oh, just throw your goals to the wayside. But I would like to encourage you and invite you to invest more energy into assisting and facilitating someone else reaching their goals. You are going to get such a feeling of fulfillment. See, a lot of you all hate your jobs because it's not fulfilling, because it's not self-fulfilling, because you're going in there only thinking about yourself. Go into your job this next 7 days, even if you're an entrepreneur. Go in these next 7 days serving harder, giving more of yourself, and watch what manifests for you. See, the universe has this tricky thing that it does. Is sometimes when you have something that it is that you really desire, that it starts moving in the people around you. I'm going to give you a prime example. So I have these neighbors next door, an older couple, and they are always going at it. It used to really get on my nerves. Now it just cracks me up. It's like watching TV, reality TV, and the ladies just coming out the door, cussing them out. And it cracks me up also because that used to be me, fussing and cussing at my partner. But it cracks me up, and now it has also become a part of my silence. The only time it really, really bothers me is when I'm going live or I'm recording and they're a little louder than what I would prefer for my microphone to pick up. But a few days ago, some stuff went down. Recently, my landlord has moved in behind me on the property behind me. That has been annoying, but it was a big blow up in a sense, but it settled down to my neighbors being gone for a few days, and it's just been so quiet and peaceful. The universe has been moving in a lot of people's lives, in my life, I want to say, where it has been impacting me in a positive way. I've been just expressing desires to the universe. I said, well, I need a second phone line because my first phone line is getting a little too busy, and I don't like the whole electronic leash, and I like to be available to who I would like to be available to. So I was like, I need a second line. And then a few days ago, my friend walks in and hands me this SIM card and was like, here's a second line for you. I'm like, wait a minute, what? This is what? It was like, just put this in a phone and it'll work. Here's the phone number written on the back. I'm like, is this happening in real life in real time? It was. I told you I've been manifesting my butt off. And that's what I'm trying to do today, is encourage you to do the same. And this is one of the ways that I do it. I love giving to people who piss me off, who make me upset, who I feel like have hurt me, people who I even maybe have feeling like taken from me. I do something nice for them, and it makes me feel good. For one, hey, my ego might feel good because it's like, you ain't going to get the best of me. I'm always going to be the better person. I'm going to be bigger in this situation. Because I've been the type of ego person where I was like aha, like I'm going to get you. That doesn't serve anybody. But what does serve me, I have figured out, is when I do something nice for someone. What has served me is when I give of myself. What has served me is focusing on serving other people. I tell people every single day, I say it at least once a day, I don't work, but I do serve. And there is a difference. This is service. This podcast is service. My coaching my clients is service. Speaking, doing keynotes is service. Teaching workshops is service. All of it. Picking up trash outside off the trail is service. And I feel like the universe just takes care of me. The more I serve, the more I contribute to the universe, the more the universe contributes to my bank account. I mean, it's a win-win situation. Universe winning, I'm winning. The people in my life are winning. Because places where I used to have an attitude, I don't have an attitude anymore. Places where I was expecting people to do things, I'm no longer having that expectation. I'm just making sure that I do what needs to be done. And I might even be lowering my expectation of them, because expectation brings disappointment. What we can do is have standards. We can have standards for ourselves. We can have standards for the people in our lives. But right now, we're not focusing on self. We're focusing on other people. I want you to practice this in conversation. One of the highly effective habits, or what is it? Effective habits of you know what I'm trying to say. A good habit is to seek to understand, not to be understood. So spend more time listening. That's why we have 2 ears, 2 eyes, 1 mouth. Speak less. Listen more. Be more attentive. Ask more questions. When someone is talking about something, ask them more about it. Ask them to explain, to expound. And then what happened? How did that make you feel? How did you deal with that? Oh my goodness. What else happened? Be interested in the people in your life. Don't come through the door talking about yourself and what's going on in your world and wanting them to pay attention to you and your problems and your situations and even possibly your successes. How about you ask the people in your life, what's been your most recent win? What's your win for today? I even like to ask my clients, what's your peak in your pit? I got it from the Kardashians. What was the highest point of your day and what was the lowest point of your day? Because the lowest point of your day has the most value. Because that's where we get to grow. That's where we get to learn. What created this low point? How did we get to this low point? How could it have been prevented? What will keep it from happening in the future? Or if it happens in the future, because what we learned today is if something has happened twice, it's probably going to happen again. So if this has happened more than one time, what can I do to be prepared for the next occurrence? Focus on the other people. Listen to what you can learn from their conversation, from their experiences. Talk less. Only respond to what they're saying, and in a way that lets them know that you're listening. Maybe paraphrase what they said, and then inquire more. Not interrogate. Don't question them, but be genuinely interested. And if you can't be genuinely interested, fake it till you make it. Find something in what they're talking about that you can relate to, and not in a me too way, where you're like, man, me too, this happened to me, and then now you're telling a comparing story. I want you to be aware this week of when you do that, when you me too a person. Now, I know me too means something else out there in America, but I don't really chime into that. When I say me too, what I mean is when people tell you a story and they're like, man, me too. And they tell you something, man, me too. Or they have to tell a story to top your story. You tell a bad story, they tell a worse story. You tell a good story, they tell a better story. You tell a sad story, they tell a sadder story. Let's tell less stories and listen to more stories. See what you can learn from the people around you and see how much it affects and impacts them and how they feel and interact with you. People want to be around people who listen to them, not people who just talk all the time. I'm a talker now, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I am a talker. But in this space, and in this next 30 days, I just gave y'all 7, but I'm doing the whole 30. I'm doing the whole Earl Nightingale 30-day test. Serve more than what I'm being paid for. Give more than what I've given in the past. And keep a positive attitude. And remember that my gold mine is my gold mine. Could you do that? Can you do 30 days with me? I dare you to do 30 days with me. Do 30 days. 30 days. Me and you. Me and you. We're going to do 30 days together where we are going to focus on just giving. Giving, giving, giving. Giving more than we've given in the past. Now, don't give your money away and you got bills to pay. Pay your bills, but still give. Give some portion of what you make over these next 7 days away. Either to someone you know or to a stranger. Go bless somebody. Go hide some money. I seen this video that was phenomenal. It's a couple that was struggling when they had their first child. And now they balling out of control. So I ain't gonna say they balling out of control. I don't know what they doing. I don't know them people. But they went and hid money inside of diaper bags, inside of formula cans. So that way when these moms go and buy these products, they're gonna open it up and they're gonna have $40, $50, $60 in there. I dare you to do something like that. I dare you to go out and give away some money. I don't care if you just go get a stack of ones and go down one of those streets where all the homeless people at and you just give everybody $1 or $5 bills. Or you go make some food and go pass out some food, or go buy some fruit and go pass out some fruit. We can give in any kind of way and we can give to anyone. I dare you to give to some strangers. I had a talk with one of my clients recently, and we had something in common where we give to the family a lot. And without really expecting anything in return, but I had to ask her is the same question I had to ask myself. Are we helping? Are we handicapping? Are we helping? Are we enabling bad behaviors? So if we're going to do charity, let's go do charity where charity really counts. Okay? You got this. We got this. So forget about yourself. Focus on serving other people. Help them reach their goals. Help them succeed. And success will be yours. Help other people manifest what it is they desire, and your desires will be yours. Your manifestations will just be like, bloop. So if you want to increase your abundance, if you want to increase your manifestations, then do this for the next 7 days. Or if you want to be bold, go the next 30 days. Giving more than you've ever given before. Keeping a positive attitude no matter what. And then when people are acting ugly, just ignore the ugly. Because no, they're operating out of fear. And you don't operate out of fear. You're operating out of love. You're operating out of faith. Knowing that everything always works out for you and that it always will. Knowing that everything that you desire is on its way. It's like it's in the mailbox. You've already made the request. You already believe that it's coming. And you've already given gratitude for it to show up. That's plenty. I think you can do it though. It sounds like a lot, but it's very easy. Just stop focusing on you and focus on whoever you are looking at. Okay, love bug? Now let's get someone's question answered. Now, if you haven't already clicked a link somewhere and found out what events I have that can serve you, I want to give you a quick rundown. Every Thursday I have Black Coffee Talk. It is a free and open up to the public. It is for people of color, for us to discuss our challenges, opportunities, and solutions to build generational wealth. Also, I have a Black Wealth Masterclass, but it is open to everyone, not just people of color. Every month we will do one masterclass, and this month we are doing the rules for money. So make sure you get signed up for that. Also, there is still 2 spots left for some coaching. So if you are ready to take your life to the next level and you are committed to change, you're committed to being a better person, then hit your girl up. I got you. But if you just kind of dilly-dallying about change and dilly-dallying thinking about what you want to be, what you want to do, and you're really not ready to make that investment, then don't make the phone call, okay? So today's question is very easy. Not that the question is easy, but the question was short. All it says was, Dear Mimi, I thank you. I thank you. Why is being disciplined so hard? Phenomenal question. Why is discipline being so hard? Because not being disciplined is so easy. Because not doing the right thing is so easy. Because being lazy is so easy. Because laying in the bed is so easy. That's why discipline can be so hard. But discipline doesn't have to be hard if you don't look at it as punishment, if you look at it as self-love. Self-love and self-discipline is doing what you said you were going to do for you. Not just for other people, meeting deadlines and whatnot for other people, but meeting your own personal milestones. That is self-love. Saying that I'm going to get up early tomorrow and getting up early tomorrow. Making commitments to yourself. That is self-love. That is self-discipline. Also, discipline can be hard if you try to do some kind of like overnight change where you just change everything. It doesn't last. You try to change your diet, change your sleeping habits. You're trying to change your whole life in all the areas at the same time. That's why on this show we work on being 1% better in one area of life every single day. That way we are not out here getting overwhelmed. So incorporate discipline a little bit at a time. If there's some kind of physical discipline, let's say you want to start walking. Well, start walking in small increments. You want to start doing yoga. Do yoga for 5 minutes. Don't worry about doing yoga for an hour and getting to the studio. If you want to start reading a page a day. Don't worry about reading a chapter a day. Baby steps to success. Baby steps to discipline. And remember that discipline is self-love. So if you really love yourself, then you will discipline yourself. And you won't let yourself be out here running amok. You have to love you. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to discipline you. Don't allow the world to discipline you. Don't allow your job. Don't allow circumstances. Don't let bill collectors, none of that, dictate what you do. You dictate that. You decide. Who are you going to be? What are you going to do? What are you going to have? Because it is all up to you. It's not up to anybody else. I don't care who's around. I don't care who's impacting your life. What you manifest, what you co-create with others is totally up to you. So make the decision right now to be disciplined. Make the decision of what the person that you desire to be does, how they operate, what kind of people do they hang around, what kind of decisions do they make, and start being that person today. Don't wait till tomorrow. I don't care if it's the end of the day and you only got 30 minutes before you go to bed. What would that person do in the last 30 minutes of their day? Lovebugs, I thank you for being here, but we are definitely out of time. I will see you back next week. Make sure you are sharing this show with somebody that you love. Share it with somebody that's getting on your nerves as well. I got a show for everybody. There is an episode for everyone. If this is your first episode, then it's time for you to go back and look at the log and see what other shows that you will resonate with. I am here to serve, and I am desiring to serve more. So tell me, how can I serve you more? What are the topics that we need to talk about? What are the questions that you have on your mind? Because I am here to answer them. And if I don't have the answers, I will find them. I am committed to it. I am committed to you. I'm committed to me. I'm committed to our success. But for the next 7 days, you are committed to other people's success. I am Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator, host of the Get High on Motivation show. I love you all so, so much. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Be happy. Be healthy. But most importantly, y'all, be you. Because everybody else is taken. So I want to thank you all for joining me. If you are on a YouTuber or a Facebook Live, make sure you hit that like, thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, but definitely hit that share button if you don't hit no other button. Share this on your page. That costs nothing for you to share this show. It costs you nothing to leave a comment. It costs you nothing to leave 5 stars. So make it happen. Find my show out there and give me them 5 and give me that comment. I love y'all. And I see y'all later. I see y'all later for Wealth Wednesday. I don't know why I didn't mention that. So you know I go live every Wednesday evening. So I go live Wednesday mornings for Get High on Motivation Live. And then I go live Wednesday evenings with Credit Kim, Miss Kim Connor. But I call her Credit Kim. And we talk about how you can build your credit, how you can get that 820 credit score that you deserve and desire, so you can go out there and ball out and build houses and buy property and start businesses. We talk about business funding. That's what we're going to talk about tonight, probably, is business funding. So make sure you're there. Meet me there. Hit the little belly button. I love y'all. And I'm out. Peace.